Okay, we're hot.
No, we're not. We're actually just mildly attractive, but we're recording.
Well, yes and yes.
Cool. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Overanalyzer, the podcast that, much like your workout plan, we do for a couple of months, and then afterwards we just get fat again and forget about it and pick it up every now and then. I'm your host, one of your hosts, the tall, the person, Roger, Rogelio, me. To my left, your right, my center, my brother, Asael Delgado.
What's up?
To your center, my right, your left, we have Jose Ladera.
Yo.
And today we are finishing our review of, on three,
The Boys.
Good job, guys. Nice. Anyway, yeah, this one was released episodically, and
On a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis, and I don't know about you guys, but that kind of tired me out.
It did. I kind of would have much rather just binged it.
You know what's
You
fun?
just said that you'd rather do it weekly.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
no,
I
you
changed
said
my
that
mind.
He said that in the beginning.
I changed my mind. I'm 100%
That's
against
like
watching it
flashback to
weekly.
the last podcast.
I think if we when we do inevitably review the third season, you're probably just gonna have to wait till it all comes out and then just binge it.
Yeah, because I just I had trouble sitting through it episodically for some reason.
I think what would serve you well is when like the last two episodes are coming out. That's when you start to binge the whole thing. So that way, at most, you're waiting for like one episode, and then like maybe if the season's good, you'll be like, oh, the suspense was in that sweet spot.
Well, it's funny because it's the second to last episode that I just started to not give a shit.
No.
I don't know how that happened, but I was like getting tired. I was like, when is the season gonna end? I'm like, what's even happening anymore in this show?
Especially because you know how we were talking last time. That's like, oh, what if it is 8 episodes? What if it isn't? What if there's more? What if there's less? So it kind of kept it up in the air. But it was 8 seasons.
Yeah. Also, this is gonna be
8 seasons, 8 episodes. My bad.
right. This is gonna be the spoiler-free part for like all of 5 minutes, and then we're gonna talk about spoilers because there's no way you can talk about shows just in general and not spoiler.
Yeah.
You kind of have to talk about it.
Well, I mean, especially what we've been doing.
Yeah. Anyway, spoiler-free review, guys. Jose? I said? Either one?
Spoiler-free review. Superheroes are terrible people.
But corporations are worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there's some big payoffs in this season for sure. There's some dead spots in the middle, but you know what? Power through them and you'll be happy about it. I was about to give up on this season. Like seriously, like 2 episodes from the end, but I stuck through it and I got all the way through it. And you know what? Ultimately, I think we'll be very satisfied.
You're like one of those people about to drop out their senior year of college, huh?
Yeah, dude. I was about to drop out like 2 classes away from like a aerospace engineering degree. I was about to make some money. I was about to fuck up my life, bro. But I finished.
You're about to chase a skirt and be like, hey, yo, you know what? Yeah, let's go traveling the countryside in a van. That seems like a good idea.
Terrible idea. Always get that bread first, boys.
Get that bread, get that head, and then catch feelings.
I guess what I would say
Don't
about
catch
the
feelings.
season is the dead spots that he's referring to is just kind of like the filler episodes, like building up certain subplots and stuff like that, like Mother's Milk and certain characters like Frenchie, just like with little side things. They don't play as much into the last episode. It's kind of like the Mandalorian episodes, like there's somewhat filler episodes, but it's like, oh, in the last few episodes or last 2 episodes, like they play part, but not as much as you'd think. So what I would say is the new characters play a big part, and that there's a lot of revolving characters around this plot of the season, but at the end there's a payoff, and I feel like it's not as crazy as the last season's season ending, but it's still pretty good. But like Jose said, it might have been a bit tough to get through at times.
Yeah. Spoiler free. It was good. I wish they just released it all at once, because like that's what they did last year. And then to go back, like it's like, I don't know. It's like how do I explain it? You get used to a certain thing, and then when it's taken away, you're like, wait, no, I can't do that. I can't regress. I'm used to these fancy designer brands. You can't make me shop at Walmart now. What the fuck?
Or it's like when you're working somewhere and there's like new management and they start changing stuff. You can't go to the water cooler 3 times a day. You have to go on your break. It's like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. You can't use the plastic cups anymore. You have to use a bottle. It's like, but what about my 20 little trips it takes to the water cooler?
Yeah, you become that old person at your job that doesn't want to change. Like, no, that's not how we do things. That's not how it's done. Traditionally, that's not how it's done.
Big facts.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I liked it. I did. Man, that season finale was mind-blowing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so now I guess we have to get into spoilers. In 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what you want us to say.
I don't know.
I mean, let's get into the spoilers.
Let's talk about the big blown-up head in the room.
Yeah, that's right. What's her name?
Victoria Newman.
I thought we were going to start at the beginning where we find out that... Well, okay, so...
we can't just start at the end.
Yeah,
No, this is momentum. We can jump around as much as we
God.
want.
Okay, well, they're talking to the
yeah.
CIA agent. That's where we first see this thing, right?
Right, yeah.
And then the CIA agent... What's her name again?
Shit. I don't remember. Let me.
Well, anyway, so, I mean, her head gets blown up, right? All of a sudden, you know, they get all... The characters get all this information.
Raynor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, Raynor gets her head exploded, and you're like, what even was that? And then
there's a red herring throughout the whole season with that
Not
one
throughout the whole
soup.
season. It's later on.
Later
It's
on when they go to
absolutely-
the asylum, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is it that bitch? But that bitch in the asylum. Imagine that's her sister or something.
Be crazy
that would be crazy.
because they look nothing alike.
Because they're like nothing like. One looks like a terrorist. The other one looks like fucking 11. I'm just kidding.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, the what's her name? The congresswoman
Victoria Newman.
that's supposed to look like AOC. Victoria Newman. She was one of the characters in the Modern Warfare game.
Oh, no way.
Who was she?
The new Modern Warfare game.
Is that the one where she's a terrorist?
Sure. Yeah.
Is
Well,
she actually?
Well,
She's one of your
she's
contacts in the game.
she's Middle Eastern.
Yeah, she's one of the contacts in the game, and you kind of have trouble discerning if she's actually on your side or not.
Yeah.
It really seems like she's playing both sides.
She's very. We don't want your people in my country.
Yeah, she's very ambiguous as far as morality goes in that game.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
It is war, and it is the Middle East.
let's
And it
be
is Call of
honest.
Duty.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is war. I think you could just leave it at that.
Yeah.
The Middle East just makes it more, contemporary, but it's war.
Yeah.
Anyway, so originally we had reviewed the first 4 or 5 episodes, right?
Yeah. What was the 5th episode?
The 5th episode was We Gotta Go Now. And in that episode, protests emerged against Homelander when a video of him killing a civilian. Yeah, you know what? That's the last one we left off at. And you know what? Now that episode has a lot more context because when he lands, Victoria Newman, who we realize now has the power to blow people's minds, I was watching an explain video that she has to be looking at her subject to be able to do it.
Yeah,
It has to be
okay.
within her
I think it was you that was saying it, but when in the fuck what's it called? When they were having the hearing, she was looking at people.
Yeah, if the people that she looks at, they get their minds blown up, their heads blown up.
Their minds, but
she-
their head stays intact. They're like,
They just become
Bleeding out of their mouth,
vegetables.
just-
that'd be crazy. You can't
That'd
blow
be-
up heads, but you can blow up minds. So
That'd be even. I feel like that'd be even more grotesque.
yeah,
Yeah.
'cause people just drop dead.
Anyway, but she's looking at Homelander and she keeps her eyes locked on him the whole time, probably to make sure he doesn't do anything dumb, probably the heat vision thing. Probably
Yeah.
if he had done that, she would have tried to go boom. Although,
And then she goes, "Hey, he's fuck, run, everybody!"
Yeah.
yeah, but
She'd be like, she'd just try to shaggy it off. Wasn't me.
no, she'd probably do what she did at the court hearing. Homelander's head blows up, then a couple more people in the crowd, and then she's going like, "Oh my god!" And then her security details like, "Get down!"
And then her security detail dies
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
probably.
cover it up.
Because that's what she did. We're jumping around now for sure, but yeah, with that context, it's a little bit more interesting.
It is interesting because, I mean, if something had happened, she probably could have blown up his head right then and there.
What could she have?
Let's say, yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
She would have caused damage for sure, but do we know if she would have killed him?
Would she have killed Homelander by trying to blow up his head? I don't know. We haven't seen her blow up anybody as powerful as Homelander
But I
up
want to
yet.
say maybe she's keeping him in as a card to play. He's gotten a more important role, man. What happens
Yeah.
happens. So
I
you
mean,
got to keep it in there.
If she has the ability to blow up people's heads like that, why hasn't she used that ability to blow up it's just anybody's head up so far. It seems like her plan is a little bit more clandestine, nuanced. There's something going on with that character. She's going for some really big power plays here, like.
Exactly. She's not like a Michael Myers. She's more of a thing in Among Us.
Yeah.
Or thing in the thing.
That's what I'm saying. In Among Us, you either play as Michael Myers or the thing when you're playing the imposter. Michael Myers, you're just going around killing people. The thing, you're trying to blend in and kill people secretly and shit, so people trust you.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I think it's almost like did you guys ever watch the Netflix series For Limitless?
No, just the movie.
Okay,
not even the movie. But go ahead.
You haven't seen Limitless?
With Bradley Cooper?
With Bradley
No, I haven't
Cooper?
seen it.
Really?
You trash, Brock.
Oh my God, this guy! How do we even make podcasts with you? Holy God!
Well, I mean, I haven't seen The Shining, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you haven't even finished it. You trash.
And I thought
I fell
2001: A
asleep.
Space Odyssey
That
was
movie's
trash.
boring.
That
Dude,
movie
you've
was
seen The
boring.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, and I fell
And that
asleep.
one is arguably slower.
I fell asleep through it twice, but then I just rewinded and started watching it again.
Why are you like this?
I felt the same way during 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was just,
Bruh,
I don't know.
I
What
don't
the fuck
blame you
happened.
for that one.
I did the same thing in that one too.
Like, watch, I like Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, and then I'm sure I'm like The Shining. But 2001: A Space Odyssey is
Dude,
where you lose me.
I forget a Clockwork Orange opens up with like titties.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that movie either.
I have it.
Well, there we go.
I also have 2001: A Space Odyssey, but you're not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna
I've seen that movie already.
That's what I mean. Anyway, let's move on to episode 6 though, because that's the one where they're in, the mental institution.
Wait, what else happened at the end of 5?
Let's see.
Is that when we really find out that Stormfront, or is that when we think that? Well, we already know Stormfront's a Nazi, right? But that's when they start talking about it within the church, right? With with Fish Boy and
No, not yet.
and Black Flash.
Not yet. No,
Is that not
later.
yet?
No.
Okay.
Episode 5 is when they find Butcher at his aunt's house.
Oh yeah, and then Black Noir.
Yeah, Black Noir shows up. And see, that's another thing. Like, why because would AOC be able to blow up? Come on. Would AOC be able to blow up somebody like
Newman? Just say Newman.
Come on.
Newman's
I
easier
would-
than AOC.
I would think.
Newman.
Why not?
Would Cortez over here be able to blow up what's his face's name? Black Noir's face?
I would see why not. Because I know you're saying like, oh, they're indestructible people, but like, it's like the thing with Translucent. That dude popped from the inside.
Yeah.
So does that make them any different? I think it makes them the same. On the inside, they have to be softer.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because obviously, like, some of the characters are more durable than the others. Like, what's her face? Like Stormfront, right? Like, she obviously has some sort of regeneration factor.
She took lasers to her titties.
Yeah, that's right. That was a weird ending to that episode, dude.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Oh my God. But yeah, she took she took lasers to the titties, and of course Starlight she can take a beating. She was able to like survive encounters with a lot of different soups already. So, I guess it just goes to say, like, how powerful is Cortez's head blowing up ability as opposed to her Twitter abilities? And, like, how durable are these soups? How much can they withstand from this?
I feel like we're looking into that too much. I mean, I feel like Superman doesn't get his head blown up. Why? Because he's the main character, and you can't just fucking blow his head up. I mean, you could put him in cryo.
But this is a different thing, though. This isn't Superman. But
you're saying, why won't they just blow up Homelander? And I was like, because like you said, there's like a big a long plan.
There's a long. I mean, yeah, I'm saying, like, what is this long plan? Because obviously she could have just blown up his head at any point, unless there's a reason. Unless she doubts her powers to blow up Homelander's head up.
So anyway, episode 6 is when they're at the mental institution where they have other homegrown soups. And that's where we see Iceman / Lamplighter. He was Bobby Iceman from X-Men.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and now he's the opposite because he got the flame shit.
Yeah.
He's Pyro.
Yeah, he's Pyro. Also, Lamplighter was the one that killed Mallory's kids.
That's crazy. That's right.
Also, we have a reference kind of to the comics because in the comics there's this guy named what was his name? It was something like it was Love Sausage. That's what his name is.
Oh, the guy with the huge dick.
Yeah, that moves.
Oh God.
It's the same thing in the comics. But yeah, bro, when Mother's Milk gets choked out, I was like, that doesn't look like a regular tentacle. And then it goes back into the dude's pants. I was like, damn. Hey, congrats, homie. That's a nice weapon to have. It's not even a sledgehammer. That's a fucking excavator right there. God damn. And we also find out that Stormfront has kind of a
Tie there. She
And that's
left
where,
it. She's more of a bow tie girl, but she left the tie there, and she went back to go get it.
yeah, and what's it called? We see the red herring of the person that could maybe blow up mines, because she kind of does the same thing. She's like Crusher from The Incredibles 2.
Oh yeah, that's what it kind of is.
Yeah. Jose? Please get off your phone. I don't like calling you out on the podcast, but I will, Mr. Ladera.
Damn it.
If you can't stay away from your phone, I'm going to have to give you a demerit and detention after class.
You gonna fuck him too?
Whoa.
Oh, you're so gay.
If you want. Yeah, now you pay attention now, won't you? I have my phone out because I'm trying to remember the plot because it's been weeks since I've seen
What
this.
else happened?
Maeve obtains video of Homelander.
Yeah, she has the deep sea diving for the thing, and Deep's like, oh, what is it? The black box. Or
Oh,
whatever.
and then her girlfriend finds it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then she's like, you're a monster, and then she throws shit, like the abusive relationship. She's like, get the fuck out of here, then.
By the way, also the moment when like Ashley, the PR manager person, was like, okay, we'll spin it this way and that way, and she's like, Ashley, can you just be a fucking human for once?
I know.
And you're just like, damn. Even she was just like, oh, my bad. Hey, don't make fun of me. That's a hate crime.
I wasn't making fun of you, you whore.
Don't slut shame me either. Anyway, so then the next
You
episode,
fat ass.
So the next episode is Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker. And that's when they arrange the hearing, and they're going to have Lamplighter be the star witness because they, grabbed him from the institution and stuff like that.
But then Starlight got captured.
Yeah. And
Because her mom's a dumbass, and she's like, oh, I told Ashley. He's like, you did what? And then smoke bombs
Oh.
makes everybody pass out, and then Black Noir comes in and wrecks
Yeah.
it's so believable and frustrating. You're like, you would do this, but god damn it.
Yeah, it's like, damn, Mom, you're dumb. But, like...
Anyway, and then Huey has to, hang out with Lamplighter and watch porno tapes
shit. That they actually filmed.
that they actually filmed.
They actually filmed porno for that?
Yeah.
What
The
hell?
creators wanted to try to post it on Pornhub.
When they did
Because
it?
it's real. They actually filmed it for the show.
So did they post it on Pornhub?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Let me know. Let me find that link.
Just look it up. You're lonely.
It's like, I haven't found it yet, so.
Anyway, and then we also find out that Black Noir does have a kryptonite.
That's
Almond
right.
joys.
He's allergic to
Reference-
the almonds.
Well, it's tree nuts. It's referenced
Oh.
back to that one episode when he's trying to look for Butcher, and the lady's like, almond joy, and then he just kind of looks at her, and then he's like, she throws it away.
What's it called? Apparently, that's an actual allergy for the actor.
The actor,
You're
yeah. I've seen the post, man.
like,
And he's
dude,
black.
maybe the two people that listen to this all the way through haven't. You don't know.
Which, thank you, viewer 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Please,
it.
if you do actually watch this all the way through, please do comment. Literally anything. You can cuss us out. You can praise us. You can do whatever. Just please engage
You can
us.
recommend a movie for us to do next or show. Which, I
Absolutely.
mean, this is the only show we've been doing, so.
And,
Yes. Truth.
And even if you're from a foreign country and you don't know how to speak English well, just
No,
write the
actually-
comment in your own language.
Actually,
and we'll
our
put it in Google Translate.
demographic is like 95% US and then like a small percentage of Mexico. That's it.
Really?
How many
Okay,
viewers
pues
do we
gracias
actually
por
have?
los mexicanos que
Viewers
nos
or
dan.
subscribers?
Dude, I'm trying to speak to our
both.
people.
Subscribers, we have 37 viewers. It varies. I want to say like a total of 50.
Okay.
Gracias por los hispanos que nos dan una view en el YouTube.
Oh my god.
Gracias mucho.
Te gracias, tío.
Perdón
Gracias, primo.
por mi español. Yo soy un gringo, casi. I grew up here, Anyway, thank you for our... thank you for probably the two people from Mexico that listen to us. Anyway, and then... so Huey has to break into Vought, and he goes in with Lamplighter because he's the only one there. There's a slick little Kennedy's reference there too. Did you catch that?
No.
It's basically like when he's like, yeah, we used to sneak up girls through like this vault right here, and have them quote unquote audition for the Seven and stuff.
That's what the Kennedys did.
Yeah, yeah, in the White House they had like a secret like little room. Don't you remember House of Cards?
I've barely even saw the first season.
Oh, well, yeah.
After you guys told me how much trash it was, I was like, I'm done.
It wasn't trash for the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, it got pretty bad though.
You said
after
the last
that.
one sucked.
Yeah, I didn't even finish it.
Yeah, me neither.
Honestly, I think you can end after season... honestly, after season 1, if you just end it there, it's not bad. Yeah, and then Lamplighter helps him break into the tower, and then they're in the 7 conference room. And he was like, wait, why are we here? And Lamplighter's like, no, they replaced me.
I was going to do it right in front of the
Yeah.
statue.
And then he just lights himself on fire.
He's like,
Yeah. And then Huey has to figure out a way out.
Yeah, and then
so
he
he
just chops
chops
off
out-
Lamplighter's hand.
He chops out that fool's hand, and that's how he gets out. Isn't that how he gets out Starlight?
Yeah, because of the hand.
Yeah.
Well, Starlight already busted out herself. That's how he gets out
He
Starlight's
breaks the
mom.
arm and then he cuts it with like a bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was grotesque.
It was pretty grotesque.
Yeah.
It's pretty
And
savage.
then he sees Annie, and she's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm here for you. And she's like, oh, he was going to rescue me. I don't need rescuing, but the thought that counts. I love
it.
it.
Counts. Yeah, she
I mean,
definitely.
technically she got out because of Lamplighter because he set off the sprinklers and
Oh,
shit.
that shut down the security.
And then the light, she got power from the light because the light was flashing because of the fire or whatever. Fire alarm.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Wait, so is it what kind of light powers her? Because there
Just-
were lights in the cell already.
Well, no, I think that was more like, I don't know, but like maybe UV lights. Because remember when the Billy Butcher and her were at the car and then like, she's like, oh, I don't have any power. So she kind of sucked power from the car to kind of like heal Huey a little
yeah,
bit.
so it was
Yeah.
probably UV lights that were in the cell because she can't draw power from those.
Maybe they were like bioluminescent.
Let's just assume that it's something she couldn't get power
Maybe
from.
power, yeah, something like that. Probably.
Bioluminescent.
Let's assume it's something. It was her
like
kryptonite.
glow in the dark.
It was just glow
Toys.
sticks.
Glow
Yeah.
sticks.
They have to knock her out every now and then and change them every 12 hours.
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's like, all right, Starlight, we're gonna give you the gas.
No,
just
gas
lay
doesn't
down-
knock her out though. They just bring black and water and knock her out every time.
My God. All right, we're gonna give you fucking brain damage. You know what's funny is when you get knocked out, it's not like you close your eyes and go to sleep. You're like, you just look like you're. You look like you're being possessed, and you're like stiffen up. You're like, and like it looks like a Windows restart. Doom 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 doom.
It's like while he's biting his tongue. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, you can swallow your tongue sometimes. So then they end up having
They
to
break out.
get someone else as a witness because Lamplighter's dead. So Butcher goes to Vought, to not Vought, Vogelbond.
Vogelbaum. Which I thought he was dead after the first season because
Me too.
I feel like Homelander made it seem like
Was
that.
he always in a wheelchair?
Yes, he was.
Okay, because I thought like Homelander just put him in a chair instead.
Actually, you know what?
He put
Maybe
him in
he
the
was.
chair.
I feel like he was standing in the first season.
Yeah, then maybe that's what it was. Homelander
Maybe.
just crippled him. Anyway,
Because remember he was outside with the dogs.
you're right. Yeah, Homelander must have crippled him. Then, and then Butcher goes over and basically just gives him the most like threatening thing, just being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, and your whole family and your daughters if you don't do this."
So I'm
shit."
gonna kill your whole family first, and then you.
And he's like, "How could you be so cruel?" And then he ends up, testifying. And right before he can say anything, boom!
His fucking head explodes.
And then people's heads keep
No,
exploding.
no. The first guy who has his head popped is the speaker. Then it's Vogelbaum.
Is it? I
I
thought it
could've
was
swore it was
Vogelbaum.
Vogelbaum.
It was as he was walking
It's
up.
because the speaker was talking first. It's like, all right, let's get it started, and then his head blows up, and then you see Vogelbaum, and then his head blows up.
I have to rewatch
Jamie,
that
can you
part.
rewind the tape? Do we not have
Oh my
do we
God,
not have
that's
a
what-
third person?
No,
mean a
we
fourth
are our own
person?
Jamies.
We have budget cut.
We never had a budget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all pretty
It's like
ragtag
we're in a
here.
garage right now.
It's like we're in a sweaty room doing this for no reason.
I think the winter months are the best time to do podcasts.
I agree.
I agree, but we're almost there.
I know. Yeah. Here in Southern California, winter arrives late.
Winter arrives whenever it wants.
Same with fall,
Summer, year round.
practically.
Here it arrives for like a week and then it's like, all right, bye.
Bye. It was
Later,
nice.
peace.
I'll come soon. I don't know when. I'll call you, and then they just don't call.
It's never sweater weather in Southern California.
Here, winter is just like, I'm going to rock the road all night. And then 2 minutes later, it's like, all right, how was that for you?
Hey, how was it for you?
Anyway, and then, that ending was just crazy. So that leads us in episode 8, where they're like, all right, I guess we got to kill them. And
They were all
attack
like, "We got a gun up and shut up. We're going all out."
Yeah, and then he was like, no, we can't. And I'm thinking like, couldn't you have done that in the beginning?
I know.
For the viewers at home, not that can't watch because we don't have a camera set up yet. My brother just showed me a meme. Anyway, so last episode happens, and earlier in the other episodes, A-Train becomes part of the Church of the Collective, the thing that,
It's basically Scientology.
Yeah, that the Deep was part of.
And then
he ends up finding papers about Stormfront being a Nazi.
Oh, and that's when they release it
until he pops in the car of Huey and Starlight, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Oh yeah, they're driving around, and he's like, "How did you find us?" And he's like, "Yo, guys,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I run real fast."
Yeah, there was also the whole, can you stop moving my couch, please? I know it's not great, but just stop moving it. Anyway, early in the season, stop, motherfucker!
I was putting it back.
Thank you.
Horror.
Wow. Anyway, early in the season, the A-Train joins the collective, but also, I forget which episode it was, but Stormfront basically tells Homelander.
Honestly, it's like the 5th or 6th one.
Something like that. Like, I was a Nazi, and then she's like, we have a war for the culture, and you're like, oh.
It's like when she talks about white genocide in front of his kid, he's like,
oh yeah, she's just like, yeah, there's people that hate us because of the color of their skin, and they're trying to kill all the white people, and or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
it's a white genocide, and then Homelander's like, I don't know about that.
yeah. He's like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
he has the what meme face.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of which, I don't know if we mentioned this, Homelander's trying to be more of a father to a son.
And to a point, he does when they go to that one restaurant, and then his
he does
kid's
have a very
uncomfortable.
fatherly moment because like the kid's kind of like freaking out. And he's like, all right, let's go.
And then she's like, "Where are you going?" And then he just books it.
Yeah, which kind of makes you want to be like, oh, he's not that bad. But then you remember that he literally raped a woman to have that kid, and you're like, nah, he's still trash.
Yeah.
Ladies, remember. No, but also the way they like just undermine Becca, his actual mom. He's like, you lied to me. This whole neighborhood's fake. And then they just leave with his kid with Ryan. You're just like, oh, this isn't cool. I don't like this at all.
And then she escapes to go see Billy Butcher.
Yeah, and you're just like,
that.
yeah, don't move the mic stand, dude.
I don't like people telling me I can't do stuff. It makes me feel bad. I'm gonna cry. I'll be back.
Hey, don't be a bitch.
So, what happened next?
Anyway, so what happened next is Becca goes up to Butcher because earlier in the season she decided not to leave with Butcher because she didn't want to leave Ryan, and she kind of noticed that Butcher didn't really want to have Ryan around. Which, I mean, one, it's probably because he's a superhero,
He's a soup.
he's a soup, and
He's a soup freak. Mama, can I have more soup?
he's a he's a soup freak. Mom, can I have more French onion, please?
He's not British.
He just makes up a British accent.
Something that I remembered from the first episode: the actor who plays Ryan, they're twins.
Oh, okay.
so
That's
Two
why
kids.
that's why they recasted it, because they have more time with twins, because it's the whole Colin Dylan Spruce thing, like in Big Daddy.
Right, yeah, because you can only have kids on set for a certain amount of
so
time.
long.
And if you have twins, you double that time.
You double
essentially.
that time, and then you double their chances of making it in Hollywood. They could be the next Colin Dylan Spruce. Who
So
really knows?
parents out there that have twins, force them into a career that they don't want.
Force your children into an acting career they don't want.
Because
Yes.
their wallets will be fat and their futures will be thick.
Remember, your kids are going to grow up sad and depressed. Better they grow up sad and depressed in
And
the mansion they
rich.
bought than in the hood, homie.
Homie.
I mean, it's true.
You ever see that picture that's like, girl, go hang out with that toxic dude that's going to take you on planes to Paris and Milan. You're going to have your heart broken anyway. Better to cry at the Eiffel Tower than at the churches down the street.
Better cry at the Eiffel
The
Tower
church's
than at the
chicken, bro.
McDonald's down the street.
Oh my god.
Oh, churches.
Yeah, like the church's
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, and so then they devise a plan to get Ryan back from Homelander, and Butcher he sets up a meeting with Stan Edgar
Yes.
to basically
and he's
give
like,
them.
you got snipers on me, yeah?
Yeah, that scene was cool. Does not bother you, that racist. And he's like, bothers me every day, but we need her. She has a certain talent.
And then he's like,
For-
I don't have the privilege to lash out.
Yeah, dude. Also, did we talk about the alt-right episode with the dude that kept listening to Stormfront, then just shot that
yeah.
Oh,
that,
they-
yeah.
Middle Eastern cleric because he thought he was a superhero?
Yeah.
A soup.
Bro, this This season, I guess you could say it's a lot more leaning left when it comes to politics, but I feel like
I think it kind of pulls the rug out from under you when the analog for a left politician becomes revealed to be like a supervillain.
Yeah.
It's basically being like, hey, listen, I know we've been leaning left a lot, so how about we just make the one left politician not a superhero but a supervillain?
Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like, remember that one person that was watching American Horror Story? It's like, oh, it's making fun of the liberals, and then they watch later in the show, and they're like, this is dumb.
Because it was American Horror Story like election or something like that.
No, cult.
Cult, right? But it was like during the election year, like the whole like Trump winning, and then like all the liberals crying out like, "No, the world's gonna end," kind of shit. Right? And it was kind of making fun of that, and like this one mutual friend of ours who's very right leaning was like, "Haha, stupid fucking liberals." But the
As
whole
of recently.
yeah. But the episode starts going like, oh, but like the thing that kind of got him elected was like this kind of cult mentality of like this person can do no wrong, and the more the show went into that, she's like, I don't get it. This show's dumb.
Yeah. That's because the creator is Ryan Murphy, like
He's a liberal dude. Like, yeah, he can poke fun at himself, but overall, he's a liberal dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that episode was a little like, ooh.
I felt bad too because the dude was like a Middle Eastern store owner.
Yeah.
He's like, please, I have kids. Boom.
Kids. I have shawarma.
Remember, kids, this is why you always gotta have your stack on you. All right, always be packing heat.
Yeah.
Gotta
stay
have
strapped
your
or get clapped.
Exactly. Stay strapped or get clapped.
Why you lacking?
They can't catch you lacking. All right. You gotta have your yeet cannon and your boom boom stick with you at all times.
I was gonna say boomstick. You're a white man boomstick.
He's like, that's how the Native Americans used to say.
Stop. We gotta cut this shit.
All right, what happened next?
And then, so they devise a plan, right? And
what was it? They were gonna inject Homelander with epinephrine or who were they gonna inject with epinephrine? To stop their heart or something?
Oh, that was A-Train.
Okay, that was A-Train.
And then
they were coming up plans for each person, huh?
Yeah, and then with Stormfront, it was supposed to be like an RPG with EMPs.
Yeah.
Hey, the EMPs are in the car. It's the only chance.
That's the only chance we got. And then the whole fucking car blows up, and
Stormfront's like, "Oh, it's there.
Word.
Goodbye."
She's like, "Oh, no way.
Good looking out, homie."
Yeah. I think this is a reason why you don't shout out your plan in the middle of a fight. Like in supervillain fashion, where you reveal your plan at the end, and the hero has 5 minutes to stop you, and then they do.
Here's the thing: is it's super dumb, and you're like, yeah, the fight would have gone differently. But I feel like it's one of those like dumb moments, and you're like, why the fuck did I say that?
Yeah, well, it's like in Watchmen. Remember, like Rorschach makes it to the what is it, the place in Antarctica or wherever.
Yeah,
and what's his name? I forget what
Night Owl.
No,
Dr.
not
Manhattan, Ozymandias.
Ozymandias is telling him the plan, his whole plan. He's like, "Oh yeah, like I did it for this reason. I did it because I want to stop the next nuclear holocaust between, the U.S. and Russia, right? They need to unite against a common enemy, and that's going to be Dr. Manhattan." And he's like, and Rorschach's like, "I'll fucking stop you." And he's like, "I'm not an idiot, dude. I already fucking did it. I'm just telling you because
there's no way you can stop me now.
There's no way you can fucking stop me
now." And then
you
see the timer and it's like 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, he tells him the plan and whatnot. And obviously, like, there's nothing Rorschach could have done. And so that's what that kind of reminds me of. Like, obviously, if you give people information like that, they're going to use it against you.
Yeah. But I mean, you obviously use it in the smart way because it's like, I'm just telling you because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not a comic book character.
Yeah. And neither was Stormfront, so to speak. She was like,
she is a comic book character though.
But that's
she was
what
a
I'm
character,
saying.
man.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
She was a character.
They were both comic book characters, but what I'm saying is that they didn't behave in that trope.
Yeah.
They obviously used information around them and to their advantage. Oh yeah. So then there's the fight that happens right after, where
Stormfront's what's it called? So essentially, the plan with Stan Edgar was that he was going to give Ryan to Vought, and then that way him and Becca can leave.
They have a hand over Homelander.
Yeah, and that they were going to lie to Becca or something like that to keep her from seeing Ryan, And then at the last minute, he couldn't do it, so they just took Ryan.
Because she was like, you have to promise me. Because he didn't want her to go.
Yeah. Anyway.
But what was
let's
the
stop
plan
getting ahead
against
of ourselves.
What was the plan against the other soups?
Like specifically?
Yeah, because it was like A-Train, the injection, Stormfront, the EMP thing.
I think those are the only two I can remember. The other ones were
It's
just like real quick.
It's like Black Noir, nuts. Cover your hands in peanut butter and
Yeah,
fist
something like
fight him. Imagine.
Yeah.
Like that one meme. Dude puts the peanut butter all over his hands and fights his neighbor that has an allergic reaction.
Just punches him and he just starts like breaking out and shit. You guys remember that Louis C.K.
No, I don't remember anything
stand-up?
from that piece of shit.
Oh my god, this guy.
Same as Crystalia.
Yeah. They're both pieces of shit now.
So it's okay to plagiarize him now, then, right?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
I remember there was this joke with Crystalia where he's like making fun of the wrestlers and he's like still not real, and then the wrestler was like still not funny, and then he posted a video of like people laughing, and what would have been a funny comeback would have been like, she's still night 18. But yeah, bro, he's kind of like gone silent.
Yeah, dude, he hasn't posted any of his podcast episodes. Chris D'Elia we're talking about now. He got accused of and kind of proven to be a bit of a creep and going for underage girls.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Be careful out there, homies.
Which makes sense, though, because if you look at him, you're just like, this is like a almost 40-year-old man that's keeping up with like 20-year-old trends. That's
Exactly.
weird. Like, here's the thing. Look at John Mulaney. He is very comfortably like just an old dude now.
He's in his quote unquote genre, because I don't know what else to call it.
He is the most safe PC non-PC comedian. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you can put him on and no one's gonna really get offended.
What were you saying about Louis C.K.?
Oh, shit, made me lose my train of thought, you asshat.
We were talking about the tree nuts or something like that, allergic reaction.
Oh, he did like a stand-up bit where he was like just maybe like things that are shitty, but it would ultimately be better for the human race. So one of the things, it was like of course it's terrible to think like that people like with allergic reactions, like if we just stopped giving a shit about people with allergic reactions, like we'd be way better off. But like that's like obviously that's terrible. All these people would die, but then we wouldn't have to give a shit about allergies, right?
I mean, I have an allergy to penicillin, so.
Well, yeah, see, well, there you go. But anyway, that was his whole bit.
I get that. It's funny because obviously it's a joke.
Yeah.
But like realistically, you're just like, well, no, you'd still have, because like those can be like recessive genes, and you still have to deal with them for like the next 100 years. You'd have to phase them out over that much time.
Really? Are we going to talk about eugenics right now?
And then they end up phasing
No,
out
that's what
emotions.
I mean. That's what the argument would become.
Yeah, like you said, you end up phasing out emotion in this. It's like that one movie where like you show.
Equilibrium?
No, it's with Kristen Stewart and Nick Holt or whatever. Equals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. When they see someone commit suicide, that's the third one this week.
Wow.
But yeah.
Anyway, so then, what's it called? And then A-Train ends up giving Annie and Huey, Starlight and Huey, the information about Stormfront being a Nazi. And then they leak it to the press, and she's furious.
Yeah, they make the memes and stuff like that. She's like, everybody likes what I have to say. They just don't like the word Nazi.
And I was just like, she kind of has a point.
Yeah.
It just hits so close to home with politics. I guess you could say it's leaning on the liberal side, but
The show was
watching it every time, I was just like, bro, like some conservatives really be acting like that. That's all I can take away is like,
Hey,
some people really be
speak,
acting like that. No, I don't speak on everybody's
He
behalf.
doesn't speak for me. I'm not liberal or Republican. All right, I am in it for the money.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I am whatever you pay me to be.
You know what that
Trump,
makes you?
Remember the thing? You're like, Boris Trump.
That makes you a
have
whore.
Have you seen that? Have you
Straight
seen that?
makes you a hoe.
Yeah, have you seen?
Whore.
Have you seen that television commercial like Latinos for Trump? It's like some like some Cuban music like dancing. Vota por Donald Trump.
Why Cubans be for Trump, dude?
No, because they hate socialism.
Is that? Oh, that makes sense.
Because in their experience, socialism just becomes communism, which becomes a terrible way of life.
Which becomes the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah, and then having to hear people theoretically say, well, theoretically, socialism wouldn't be bad. And they're like, yeah, but practically this shit sucked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Which is why, like, a lot of, I don't speak for all Cubans because I'm Mexican and I'm me. But that's why, like, you see a lot of Cubans lean more right, and vote more red. Because,
That makes sense.
politically ideology.
Politically ideology.
Jinx, shut up. You can't talk
The
now.
political ideology of, the right is basically that.
Ideologically?
Ideology.
Yeah,
Ideologically.
It's sort of that.
Politically
It
ideological?
leans a lot more towards the version of capitalism that we have right now.
Yeah.
Versus, anything resembling socialism.
Ideally, what they would prefer.
Right. No.
Compared to the alternative. It's like, I'm tired of eating peanut butter sandwiches. I would like to try ham and cheese sandwiches because I've never had them and I've always had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah. Essentially, it's like, I don't know why we got to get political, but let me just get this last thought out. Essentially, it's like when people don't eat ham. It's like, well, that's because, you have to heat it up to a certain temperature so you don't get trichinosis. It's like, cool. My dad died because he ate pork, so I'm never gonna eat it.
It's like,
Anyway,
excuse me
so-
for not wanting ham.
Yeah. Anyway, so then they leak all that stuff about Stormfront, and then the plan goes into action, where like she's basically telling
She left, so then they lure Homelander away with the sonic frequency,
right. Yeah.
with the VOT speakers,
Yeah. And the VOT pods.
the VOT pods. So then Homelander leaves. Ryan's left by himself. Then they drive as fast as they can to the cabin. They get him.
And then not Homelander, Butcher ends up, leaving the phone there.
The phone that he was supposed to call.
So the VOT guys show up, and then Homelander shows up, and you're like, oh no.
Oh no!
And then they're like, "Hey, have you secured the kid?" And obviously Homelander hears that shit.
He's like, where?
No!
my son?
No, shut up. He's like, "Where's the kid?" He closes the door all calmly, and then like you hear the stuff from outside, and then he just steps out all bloody.
well, you see him kill one guy.
Yeah, like laser him in half, and he's like, where is my son? And then like he steps out all bloody, and you're like, oh, this looks cool.
Like
it
if
looks
he just
sick.
like if he just went
cool.
through therapy, he's just like,
Like, and then Stormfront shows up and like flips the car as Becca and Butcher are like trying to escape.
no, because Becca leaves with Mother's Milk, then the car flips, and he's like, "Back on!" And then they run to it.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Because then Butcher's like, you guys leave without me, and you guys be free or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Stormfront shows up, and then the boys try to do stuff, but then
P.T. Huey, it's in the car.
yeah.
It's in the car.
Betty Huey. And then Kimiko tries to fight her, but then like she gets her neck snapped. And I was like, oh my god, did she die?
Kimiko and Starlight, yeah.
Yeah. And then Queen Maeve comes around and then like they
like,
just
"Hey,
beat the shit out of her. Yeah.
They just like start trying to curb stomp her.
And
It was funny. It was funny though because earlier before that, Kimiko was like laughing at what she like whatever Stormfront's saying, and then she does sign language to Frenchie, and he's like laughing, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" It's like, "It's because she says she's gonna put her foot up your Nazi kitty," or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then then the fight latches out, and then literally everyone on the internet has been saying about this scene is like, see, this is what Avengers Endgame wishes they could have done. Mm-hmm. This is actual girl power without it being cringy and shit.
Yeah, I didn't feel cringy.
It's funny because even the line that Frenchie says is like, wow, girls do get it done.
Girls do get it done.
That could have been really cringy.
But it wasn't. You're like, yeah, you're right.
Well, it's because
it's because the comparison is the guys have no powers, but these girls do. Like all of those girls do
Yeah,
have
when you think about
powers.
it, there's no
Yeah,
dudes
so it
that
makes
have
logical sense, and it didn't feel forced.
yeah, there's
and also everyone has a connection for the most part. Kimiko wants to kill Stormfront because Stormfront broke her brother's hands and then just killed him. He's like, you yellow bastard, which is like, whoa. You're like,
Yeah.
is she racist?
it all felt really personal, I guess.
Yeah, and then Maeve is beating her up because she's there for Starlight, and Starlight's fighting Stormfront because she's like, this bitch is evil.
Yeah.
She Nazi.
Yeah.
So the team was very believable.
Yeah, and obviously the guys could have never done that. They would have literally gotten destroyed in the first 3 seconds
Whereas
of that
in the
fight.
comics they could do it because
Because in the comics everyone takes Compound V just to even be on the playing field.
And then
Which
just be
is what I like about this show is that not everyone's super powered. So like you kind of do have to get creative.
It's that Batman aspect. It keeps it interesting because otherwise it's just superheroes versus superheroes and shit.
Yeah, otherwise it's just CG people punching each other really strong and fast. And it's like that last scene of Man of Steel where you're just like,
You're gonna
well,
say
I'm
that, just
bored
shut
now.
up.
Yeah. The long and short of it is that there's no stakes. The stakes aren't,
These steaks are ribeye now. That's what you're saying.
right. The stakes are well done. They're well done.
These steaks are now Wagyu A5 ribeye steaks. Before they were just eye round steaks. You're like,
Before
tough,
they
I
were
don't
just
care.
carne asada steaks, quote unquote.
Hey, don't talk shit about carne asada, man.
Look, carne asada is fine in its own right, but when you call it a steak,
Yeah.
it just no, dude. Come on,
No, I agree.
You're like, it's not a steak.
dude. Like, come on. But
Yeah,
yeah,
when you buy steaks for the sole purpose of making it a steak, and your family just makes that carne asada, they're like, "What? It's still steak." And you're just like, "No,
no, it's
No.
not the same.
And then you're like, "No te gusta carne asada, pinche güerito," and you're like, "It's not about that."
You're
you
like,
said we were gonna have steak.
No, pues es carne, es res.
Yeah.
And you're like, I wanted to make it medium rare. Pinches
Yeah.
gringaderas.
yeah. But yeah, I think the fact that Stormfront could have easily just destroyed any one of the male characters in an instant is what keeps the stakes high for them.
Yeah. And also, it
They have
allowed
to
the
really
content-
think around every problem.
Yeah, and also allowed what's it called? Them to have a girl moment that wasn't just like oh well, why didn't you just do this
Yeah.
kind of a thing, you know?
They're just like standing there like, what the fuck do we do, bro? Do we like walk
'Cause it
away?
made
Do
more
we
logical
leave?
sense. They are the supers. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And then we get to the saddest moment of all is like when Butcher and Becca and Ryan are running away, and Stormfront catches up to them. And Butcher's trying to beat off.
She's trying to.
trying to
Well, he's trying
beat
to
her
hit her
off.
with a pry bar. I think.
Yeah, and she's
right?
like choking Becca, like about to kill her. And Ryan's like, stop. Ooh, context. When Homelander's trying to get Ryan to use his laser vision, he's like, you just think of someone you hate, and that's how you harness your powers. And already you're like, ooh, making that as your base for why you harness powers, kind of a bad thing, maybe.
Yeah.
You'd admit. But then he's like, I don't really hate anyone. And then that's when Stormfront talks about there are people out there that want to kill us just because of the color of our skin, because we're white. It's called white genocide. And then Homelander's like, I don't know about that. But anyway.
But he didn't really say that. There was just
He
the
said
look on
his
his
look.
face.
His
Yeah.
look
It was
was-
just
I
the
don't
look
know
on
about
his
that.
face. But
Yeah.
like the thing is he didn't actually say, yo, that's stupid. That's not true.
He said it with his eyes.
But he didn't say it to Ryan, to the impressionable young child in the room.
Yeah.
He didn't say, yo, this isn't right. This isn't true or whatever. I mean, just damn, dude.
Yeah, but anyway.
That's
so
how you
then-
fail at parenting, by the way.
So,
When you let your
Stormfront
partner-
is choking out Becca, and that's when Ryan starts to actually
Put
get
bad
mad.
ideas into your child's head.
All right, Jose's going to host the podcast from now on, and I'm going to go fuck myself. Harder.
I'm gonna cut this out.
Dude, real quick. This one podcast I listen to every now and then, like they'll do the porno noises like that, and like I'm just glad I have headphones in because every now and then I listen to it in my car. And one time it's happened where like I have it pretty loudly because like the air is blowing, and then it just does that like oh yeah or whatever, and I'm like sitting in traffic. I'm like shit. And I'm thinking I'm just watching porn on my fucking in my car. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this freak? But anyway, then Ryan gets mad at Stormfront and then lasers her shit, and he basically Anakin's her. He fried her so bad she went back to 1914. Yeah, she's talking German. And the translation was something to the effect of, remember that one picnic in the park when we had little, I forget her fucking daughter's name, Chloe, her daughter's name, her daughter. Like, we had Chloe in the park.
How
and it
many
was a
times
nice-
do you want to tell us that's your daughter?
It's her daughter.
It's who?
Yeah, Chloe, her daughter.
Who's Chloe?
Her daughter.
She died, though.
Yeah, her daughter died.
Alzheimer's.
Anyway,
It's like, how old was she?
but then Ryan accidentally kills Becca, and like you could see her throat like just sled, and he's like, and Butcher's like, no, Becca, and then she's like, promise me you'll take care of him.
It's
and
not
then,
his fault.
yeah, it's not his fault. Tell him it's not his fault. He needs to know that. And then she dies.
And then homie picks up the crowbar.
and like walking towards him, he's like, I didn't mean to, and you're like, oh shit. And then you
It
see him with the
totally looked
crowbar.
like Butcher was about to fucking break his shit in, dude.
Like
He
in
was-
the comics.
He was about to make Brightburn.
Have you seen that movie?
No, but I've heard about it.
Since I know nobody's gonna watch the movie, the dad tries to kill his son,
Yeah,
but then he ends up dying.
Yeah, and then like he kills the mom by like picking her up and like dropping her from the atmosphere or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
but that's how, because he was trying to kill his son when he took him hunting, and then just doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
What's it called? And
then Homelander shows up.
yeah. And then he's like, "What'd you do to my wife?" He's like, "I didn't mean to," whatever. And then like
he says it like T-Nex, I didn't mean to.
yeah. And then like there's this whole confrontation where he's like, where like Butcher basically like puts Ryan behind him, is like basically being like, if you want to get them, you go gut to me. He doesn't say it like that, but like
He's like, you
Yeah.
go jog on, yeah, jog on.
hey, bugger off, bro.
He's giving the 5-knuckle shuffle, bugger on, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to get some food after this?
No, I'm good. I gotta go.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so
Sushi?
fuck. Stop making plans on the podcast.
You guys did that last week or last time, remember?
What, to watch Tenet? Yeah, but that was part of the podcast.
I mean, that's at least relevant
I cut it
to
out, though.
podcasting.
You did, huh?
Yeah, I did. Dude, it was at an hour and 2 minutes.
Damn.
It could be. We can have our podcast.
I know, but it's not as appealing.
I mean, this
Yeah,
is a
I
little
get cutting out the fluff.
ASMR though, right? Like
Let's actually get back on topic. Let's actually get back on topic.
ASMR is
Let's
on
just
topic.
finish it up really quick. All right, Homelander comes.
What's it called? Butcher, protects him basically, like putting him behind him.
He's about to take him out. Queen Maeve comes up, like, you're going to leave him alone.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
blackmail.
dude, that scene was great. And she's like, because of this, and shows him the thing, the
He's like,
video.
I'll fucking destroy
Let me
everything on this planet.
Yeah, and then he's just like, I will kill everyone on this planet. I will destroy everything. She's like, good. Then everyone can see what a fucking monster you are.
And then he hears the
and no
Homelander
one
chants.
will love you ever again.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Fuck, I have mommy issues."
Yeah. I miss mommy's big milkies.
Oh my god.
Dude, also, I didn't realize, but Madeline Stillwell, you've mentioned this last time. She was the person from The Karate Kid. She was
Yeah,
Allie.
I said that.
She was who?
Allie from The Karate Kid. By the way,
Oh no way.
yeah.
So then, does that mean she's gonna be in the next season of
Maybe.
Cobra Kai?
Maybe because I heard a theory that, what's her name? What was her name? The one that was with
Tori.
Tori, yeah, that Tori is actually her daughter.
Tori?
I've heard
No
that
way.
theory. I've heard that theory. It's a theory.
It's a theory. There's
It's
nothing
a
in the show
theory.
that says it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, because I remember what's his name? Johnny. He texted her. He drunk texted her.
He friend messaged her.
Oh, that's right. He friend requested her.
And then he threw
drunk
his
friend
phone, and then
requested
like
her.
it's like friend request accepted from Allie.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
But okay. But then what happens at the end of this episode?
Then they basically throw Stormfront under the bus, and it seems like it's a happy ending. Brian gets taken in by like the CIA and the government, which I mean that's not gonna be much better than
Well,
Bob.
for the most
Personally,
part, it's just to be safer.
Yeah, it's just to
Well,
be
Billy
safe.
can't take
Well,
care of him.
Madeline Stillwell is running the show this
not
time.
Stillwell.
It's Mallory.
Oh,
Mallory.
Mallory. That's right.
Yeah.
Mallory's running the show now.
And then
Well,
Huey
that's
gets-
right, Madeline
And then
Stillwell's-
Huey gets a job with
That's right.
Newman.
Yeah.
Right.
Then Newman kills the.
That's right.
the-
She's talking to the
collective
Church of the Collective guy. And
He was like, "We have dirt on all the superheroes," and boop,
yeah, that's
Pops
right.
his
And
skull.
she pops him up.
she pops him like a fucking chiropractor.
Damn.
And
Gives him the
what else?
5-knuckle shuffle and pops.
Mother's Milk gets back with his family. Then Kimiko and
Frenchie.
they're hanging out and they're having fun.
Homelander is jerking off on top of Vought
Dude,
Tower.
yeah, that was a deleted scene from season 1. He's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
The hair looks different too, so you can
Yeah, that's
tell.
why you can tell because like in season 1 it was kind of like back, but like to the side, where this one is like firmly back and like boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do what the fuck I want. I was like, damn. That was almost as good as the superhero flying sex
Oh yeah, him and
and Stormfront.
they bang.
Yeah.
She's like, don't be a fucking pussy, just laser my tit.
Yeah. That's
When-
what
when they
just take
showed
my
that-
fucking tits, bitch.
When they showed that in like the previews for that season, I was like, I thought it was like an injury that he was like healing up and not them getting like freaky.
They were getting straight freaky, dude. Like that's some ratchet ass shit, dude.
Yeah. Also, when you realize that the first time she met him, she's like, wow, your eyes are really fucking blue. You're just like, oh, it's because Aryan race shit.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like blonde, blue-eyed, strong, and like the strongest superhero. So she's like, yeah, the feudal was right.
Damn. She was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
But so yeah, the big plot twist, of course, is that AOC is the supervillain.
not actually AOC, but the analog for her. Yeah.
Fine, AOC's analog in the show.
Dude, real quick. Speaking of AOC, though, did you see that she like Twitch streamed Among Us?
I did hear that she did.
I saw that. She was
So,
playing with
Corpse,
people from TV. She
uh,
was playing
Pokey.
with Disguised Toast.
She was playing with a bunch of
Cutie
people.
Pie.
But the reason I bring it up is because like a lot of people just started treating her like a Twitch girl and like just simping for her. And then what
weird.
always happens with like Twitch streamer girls is as soon as like people find out that she has a boyfriend, they just harass the fuck out of the boyfriend.
Yeah. Did that happen?
They're like, she has a boyfriend. I can't believe it's like, bro, she been in politics for a long time.
Oh my
How you
God,
not find
dude.
this out? Well, not like a long time relative to other people, but like for a couple years now.
Yeah.
For like a year. Well, I mean, she's been a congresswoman for like a year, but
Right,
but she's
like,
been with somebody for a couple of years, right?
I'm
something like that to that
Yeah.
effect. It's a ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Some fucking Ed Sheeran ass looking motherfucker.
Yeah, basically.
The eyes looking far apart.
Yeah. Dude, Ed Sheeran does have a wide set of eyes.
All right, let's wrap
Look,
this
he.
up.
All right. Anyway, so were you gonna say
Do we
something,
have
Jose,
any-
about the show?
No, I was just about to make more fun of Ed Sheeran. But anyway, about the show,
Final thoughts?
final thoughts is that it's a good show. Stick with it. You'll appreciate the twists and the turns for sure.
Yeah. I would say it's also a great show. It's not nearly as edgy for edgy's sake as it is in the comics, which makes it more bearable. You know what I mean?
I haven't read the comics, but from what you've told me, it sounds like the comics are just fucking
Edgelord stuff.
yeah, just crazy shit happening left and right, just for the sake of crazy shit happening.
Yeah, I would say of the whole 70 issue, I'd say probably 40 issues you would actually want to read for the story. Everything else is just shitting on every single different superhero. It shits on the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, all that stuff.
Okay.
Because the writer famously hates superheroes. So even when he writes other superheroes in, like when he writes Punisher, because he's not a superhero, so he likes Punisher. But when he writes other superheroes in his Punisher comics, he writes them like just dolts, like, you know, bumbling idiots. There's this scene, like that scene. There's like this issue where like Spider-Man, Daredevil, and I think Wolverine, like they try to like take out Frank or something like that to like stop him from doing something, and he takes him out so easy, and like, you know, makes them look like idiots. And that's like one of those things. Like, remember when we were writing Roommates, and Anthony like rewrote the first episode because I was like, "Hey, give it a revision," and like he writes it to like where like his character was like supposed to be like the tough dude that like punches out somebody and knocks him out.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
remember what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's something like that where like, you know, it like I don't know, it just felt way too like mean spirited in this, and like, you know, taking
Okay.
out the piss excessively on things.
Okay.
But yeah,
But anyway, your personal shit aside.
no, my point is that the show takes what's great about the comics and doesn't bring along the edgelord mean spirited stuff.
Okay, I see. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asel, final thoughts.
I definitely liked it more than the first season, like from a step up. It wasn't a huge step up, but I did like it. What I will say is that it showed more relationships, kind of like with Butcher and Annie, like that, like they had a better relationship in this one. You know, for comments like, "Oh yeah, we both like Huey," then,
yeah. She's like, I'm fucking him and he's my emotional blanket.
and then Frenchie and Kimiko got closer. Mother's Milk finally got back with this family, and then yeah, just there's more relationships, especially with the soups, like with like fuck, what's her name? Maeve, and then her girl,
Oh yeah.
and then
Was it Elise or Elaine or
Elaine. I want to say Elaine.
Elena.
And then the
Elena,
Deep
maybe?
just kind of getting cucked the whole season.
dude, the deep cannot get back up, dude.
Could not get a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's deep in the dumps.
Dang, I wonder what he's gonna do. But it was so funny because they're like, all right, A-Train, you're in, because Vought is really looking to get away from that whole Nazi thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, and the Deep's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's like we can do one redemption arc. One seems like a redemption. Two shows weakness
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
yeah. And then that guy gets his head blown up.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was our review of The Boys. What did you guys think about it? Comment down below. Hit that like button, and for sure, make sure to subscribe. Please.
You gotta smash the like button.
please.
Destroy it.
Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it, please.
Just like tickle it a little.
No, I mean like just.
Oh, no,
it
not
doesn't
like
get. It gets ignored. It's like a single mom who like let herself go in her 40s, and it's just like, I just want some. Just give me attention. Anyway, thank you for listening. This has been the Overanalyzer.
Wait, we still have to do the boozy giveaway, show recommendations since you didn't take a piss break.
All right, boozy giveaway. Who are we doing the boozy giveaway to now? I personally am going to nominate our friend Zach because he watched the most recent episode of Southdown. So hopefully he actually watches this all the way through.
What is going to happen with Southdown now? Is it going to transform into?
It's up to the network, man.
It's
Okay.
up to the network. We don't decide that. We just take orders.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. Are there any scripts in the works or?
Dude, by the way, real quick.
I'm always working on stuff.
Yeah. By the way, real quick. So I was walking through my job at an undisclosed location, and in one of the offices, I saw the name Juan Ortiz, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I guess it's a common name, right?
Yeah, which is why we did it. Anyway, so boozy giveaway. My friend Zach. Show recommendation. I have been really watching clips of Forged in Fire on YouTube from the History Channel. It's actually really good. Like, 'cause it's 10-minute clips, really well paced. It takes out all the boring stuff from like a show, like all the over dramatized stuff. Like, oh my god. So the stuff that actually is that does go wrong, you're like, oh shit, his blade is fucked. And there's this one dude where they do a kill test where they have a ballistic stomach and they have like fake organs and fake blood. So when he slashes in the stomach, the blood spews out, and then he even cuts off the head like and bleeds out.
God damn.
And he's like, your edge is very sharp, held up nicely. The point, it stabs well, so it moves through. Overall, your blade, it will kill. He says it like that. Dude, it's so good.
I think I've seen a couple episodes of that.
Dude, watch the 10-minute clips on YouTube because it's like the last round where they have to do a blade from like history. So good.
All right. Let's see. So my boozy giveaway. This one's going out to Fernando, my niece's new godfather. If you're watching, you get some booze. All right. You got to say the secret code word, which is, what's the secret code word going to be this time? The code,
Girls get it done.
Girls get it done.
Girls get it done.
Girls get it done, or girls do get it done.
Girls get it on.
Let's get it on.
No, the secret code word will definitely be girls get it on. Get it done. Girls get it done.
right.
It's going to be girls get it on. All right.
Or done.
For my boozy giveaway, I want to expand my horizons. I want to select 2 people. I want to select Alex Tank and Taylor Gomez. If you guys claim girls get it done, you guys will win a boozy giveaway of
2 units of alcohol. That could be 2 bottles, 2 6-packs, or 2 40s.
Well, I mean, each person gets one, but yeah.
That's what I mean.
So, I guess a Netflix show that I've been watching is Sex Ed. It's pretty good. I feel like you'd think it's mostly a sex show, but then it talks about like serious stories. Like there's a gay bashing part where it's like, oh, you know, this guy walks home alone wearing a dress, and then he gets kind of beat up on, so you kind of feel bad for him. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then a girl gets like cummed on the bus on her jeans, and she's like, oh, and then she like cries when she gets home and stuff like that.
Damn.
Stuff like that. Anyway,
Damn.
2 seasons, 8 episodes, I think.
That's so aggressive, just like finishing on someone with clothes on.
Yeah. All right. Any Netflix shows, and then we'll wrap it up.
I'm not watching anything right now, but if I do,
He's watching the market, the house market.
I am watching the housing market and the stock market. It's just getting wild out there, guys. Prices keep going up in certain spots.
All right, what are you watching?
Prices
Though?
coming down later. I'm not really watching anything right now.
Not even on YouTube.
On YouTube, I've just been watching like stuff on how to get a drone pilot license.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. Drone pilot license videos, very top trending.
But that's about
All right,
it.
thank you. That does it for our other episode of the Overanalyzer.
With our spooky Halloween episode.
Our spooky Halloween episode, The Shining, should be coming out at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and if I don't see you tomorrow, good night.
Jose, play us out with our Halloween jam.